Derrick Green.
My name is Andreas and we are from Sepultura.
Currently, right now, it would have to be Sepultura, Machine Messiah, because we're starting on,
Nice
it's amazing.
Love the band.
Gotta get it. Second one would be Turnstile. It's a new album I got, hardcore band. Pretty cool. Melodical stuff going on there. And the third would be Led Zeppelin 3. That's always inspirational before going on tour.
I don't know, this kind of list is always difficult, but I agree, Machine Messiah as well. It's an album very important for us. It's the second year that we're touring with it. It's an album that we play in a lot of the new album on the tour, something that we didn't do for a long time. I think the new Metallica album as well. It's a great album, brought like Metallica kind of back, with the new stuff after a long time. What else? I'll put a classic as well, like Queen, A Night at the Opera. It's my first vinyl I bought and still very actual, very fantastic. An album that all four members wrote songs for it, and it's amazing mixture of rock and classical and everything, It's beautiful.
My new home, LA, New York, Sao Paulo.
The stage with my friends, jamming, with my family, wherever I am with them, it could be home or traveling together. I don't know, a good place to be is in peace with yourself. It doesn't matter where you are, you enjoy different cultures and different ways of seeing the world and stuff, and you are in peace in yourself. It doesn't matter where you are, it's good.
Be water, my friend, like that.
Of course, I think in our family, we have a lot of people that were very key to our success being here. I don't say success like money or fame, but just to reach your dreams, and here we are, living it intensively. And of course, my mom and my grandma, I think I have to mention, they were the two main people that really were musical at the house. They have a guitar. My grandma sing Slovenian and Austrian folk songs. She was from Slovenia. And she knew like all 3 or 4 chords on the guitar, but I started playing music with her, classical acoustic guitar, So my mom and my grandma, and of course our idols, people, managers or people on labels that really believed in Sepultura, that were very inspirational to our motivation to do what we wanted to achieve, to do what we love. I'll put like Todd Singerman, I think he was the one who came to the Sepultura life in our worst time. He believed in Sepultura. We wanted to change the name. We wanted to do, and he said, calm down, take your time, breathe and look around the options and stuff. He was very important when we found Derrick, to come into the band, to find a new producer, to find a new label, because, we still stayed with Roadrunner, but was not really working. But I think Todd Singerman, professionally, I think is one of the most important guys in our career, to say.
Somebody that was really important for me to get into the band was Mike Gitter, another person that was working at the label before I joined, and he really believed in me actually being a part of Sepultura. Even though he had a lot of people behind him that really didn't feel the same way, they had a different opinion, but he kept pushing it and kept pushing forward for me to do it. My mother, the same family is such an important aspect of an artist. If you have that support, you can do, almost anything, it's really, there's no limits, so with that support, it's something that sticks with you. Another person, I would say Obama. I mean, he's pretty inspirational. He's done a lot of things I didn't actually agree with. There were many things I did agree with, but he's a really interesting person, somebody that really changed the course of history. He always will be inspirational for a lot of people, black or white, it doesn't really matter. I just think he's a pretty fascinating individual and very inspirational in the fact that he's still doing so much, for people in general. Bad Brains, Chromags, and Rush.
I think one of most important gigs for us was Sepultura Rock in Rio in '91, which was our first huge festival. We played with Guns N' Roses, Megadeth, Judas Priest, Queensryche. You know, it was a great opener, you know, for us to that circuit of big festivals. Kiss, of course, in 1983 was my first big show that I saw. It was in São Paulo at the Morumbi Stadium. It was for 150,000 people. Creatures of the Night tour was Eric Carr and Vinnie Vincent, alongside with Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. It was a great show. It changed my life for better, I think. I really like classical music, and when I lived in the States, in Arizona, I had the privilege to see Elliot Fisk. You know, he's an amazing classical guitar player with a quartet from China. It was an amazing show. And some other blues concerts as well, you know, like Stevie Ray Vaughan I had the chance to see in Philadelphia, and B.B. King and Buddy Guy, you know, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, Bo Diddley. I watched them all when I lived in the States, you know, so good memories.
Machine Messiah, Against, and Kairos.
I think Roots, Bloody Roots, Machine Messiah, the song, and Iceberg Dances, because it doesn't have a singer on it. No. Nothing personal. It's an instrumental that I brought the classical guitar on it, and it was like an old wish, you know, and finally we achieved that.